fake but more popular than the real thing. With a similar appearance, taste, and nutrition, it's none other than kelp-based caviar. The sun-dried kelp is ground, mixed with water, salt, citric acid, and flavoring, then stirred and rested for an hour. It's pumped into a machine, forming gel droplets that fall into a shaping solution. After that, the caviar is collected in a sieve and rinsed with clean water in a counterclockwise motion. This process removes any substandard pearls. First, the pH of the caviar is tested to ensure stability. Next, sterilization steps are carefully calculated in preparation for the upcoming process. The caviar is placed into glass jars, sealed tightly, and placed in a sterilization chamber where high temperatures eliminate all bacteria. Since no preservatives are added, the caviar can be stored at room temperature without affecting its quality. This is truly remarkable for a natural food product. In this section, let's take a look at the process of making canned peaches in syrup. The peaches are selected, peeled, sliced, soaked in sugar and water, and then packaged. A canned peach processing factory is located in a peach orchard in South Korea. The factory operates for only 1 month each year when the peaches are ripe. The peaches are primarily of the smooth variety. The peaches are placed in a cleaning solution to be washed. The bright red peaches spin on rollers. Tiny brushes on the rollers work together with water nozzles inside the machine to clean off dirt. Now, let's move on to the peach peeling stage. Workers hold the peaches, gently grind the top, and secure them to the machine. The peaches are placed onto the rotating shaft of the automatic peeler. As the machine spins, the peeling blade gently contacts the peach surface, removing a thin, even layer of skin.
Next, the workers will check and remove any remaining peach skin. Then comes the step of removing the pit and cutting the fruit into pieces. The peach is fixed onto a holder, and the worker uses a hexagonal blade, resembling a honeycomb, to press down firmly and remove the pit instantly. The glass jars will be sterilized with hot water. This process helps preserve the product for a long time.
The peaches are packed tightly until the jars are completely filled. Then the jars pass through a metal detector to ensure that no metal objects are present, keeping the product completely safe.
A large bag of white sugar is added to a hot water tank. The sugar is stirred until dissolved and cooled. Then it is directed through pipes to the processing area. The syrup flows slowly, filling the gaps between the peach pieces. The jars of peaches are neatly arranged and then placed into a steam sterilization machine. This process helps eliminate harmful bacteria, ensuring the safety of the product. The jars are washed with hot water to remove any excess syrup on the surface. Finally, labels are applied to each jar, and then the jars are packed into cardboard boxes, sealed, and sent to supermarkets for sale. Many people believe instant noodles are an unhealthy snack. However, this instant noodle factory in South Korea completely changed my perception. These beef bones are used for broth and sauces. The crusher at the end of the conveyor easily crushes the bones into small pieces, which then fall into a massive cylindrical filter. Workers use a crane to lift the crushed bone filter into a container, then pour boiling water over the bones. The lid is sealed, and the bones are simmered for 5 hours to create a rich broth. In another area, workers push frozen beef blocks into an automatic slicer. The machine quickly cuts the beef into evenly thin slices. Then, workers remove any leftover scraps.
Next, each beef slice is fed into an automatic dicer, cutting it into uniform square pieces. Finally, the beef pieces are placed into a pot, cooked and ready for use.
In another area, workers are preparing vegetable packs for instant noodles. They peel the spring onions and onions. The peeled onions are placed into the grinder, and in no time, they are diced into small pieces. The vegetables are mixed according to a set ratio. Finally, they are automatically packed into bags and sealed. Workers pour the secret spices and cooked bone broth into a cylindrical mixer. Everything is thoroughly stirred. Finally, chili powder is sprinkled in and mixed thoroughly. The containers filled with spices are connected to the automatic packing machine, and the spice packets are carefully sealed. Meanwhile, workers pour yellow alkaline water into the liquid mixer, which is the key factor in giving the noodles their chewy texture. The mixer begins kneading the dough efficiently, and soon the flour is mixed into small chunks. Then, the bottom of the mixer is opened, allowing the dough chunks to fall into the dough sheeter below. The dough sheeter gradually presses the dough chunks into a thick, even sheet.
After being flattened, the dough sheet passes through a cutter to form noodles, which are then sent into a steamer at 180 degrees Celsius, instantly cooking the noodles.
Next, the noodles are cut into uniform strands and placed into a round mold. An automatic dryer above blows off the excess moisture from the noodles.
The noodles are then transferred to a hot drying system to fully shape them. A non-frying technology is used in this process. Finally, the noodles are sent to the packaging line, with each pack containing a piece of noodles, a vegetable packet, and a seasoning packet.
They are producing a type of snack that we often eat.
Next, natural color is added to the mixing machine. Then, water is added to dilute it, and the milk is whipped until it becomes frothy. A filter mesh is used to effectively remove any sediment in the milk. After 2.5 hours, the yellow powder is fully mixed. Under the pressure of the press, the powder gradually falls into the machine below. Following the movement of the machine, the powder is cut into small blocks about 3 centimeters in size. Then, they are baked to completely remove the moisture. Once fully dried, they become hard and dry. The powder is placed into a pan of hot oil. Each small piece of dough immediately puffs up. During this process, continuous stirring is required to ensure the heat is evenly distributed. The workers pack the product into plastic bags, add an inspection slip, squeeze the air out, and seal it. The product is sent to the warehouse for shipment. Fried foods contain trans fats, so eat them in moderation. Do you know the name of this fried snack? Leave your answer in the comments.